What's up everyone, and welcome back to Fiction Tea Review. Today we're going to talk about Halloween, the classic throwback Michael Myers film that we all know and love. Let's get into the video. Halloween is rated R. This is a 1978 version. It is a horror thriller genre. It's an hour and 42 minutes. You can watch it on Amazon, Sling, and AMC. It's directed by John Carpenter. The cast is Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie, Donna Pleasance as Samuel Loomis, Kyle Richards as Lindsay Wallace, and more. On a cold Halloween night in 1963, a 6-year-old Michael Myers brutally murdered his 17-year-old sister, Judith. He was sentenced and locked away for 15 years, but at 21 years old, he steals a car and escapes Smith's Grove, where he was held at this mental institution, to return to his hometown in Haddonfield, Illinois, to look for his next victims. So, besides Jamie Lee Curtis's acting, the acting was not the best, to be honest. Especially a lot of the kill scenes with Michael Myers killing people. The way that the people would die was more amusing, rather like good quality. It was just like terrible acting, especially the friend that died in the car, the girl that was dying in the car. It kind of reminded me more of a parody rather than a horror film. But Laurie, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, her scare, her terror scenes, her playing the smart, kind of innocent babysitter, which is really good and on point. Her character was really good. And the kids were good as well, especially when they did their, "I'm scared." That was good. And of course, Michael Myers. I mean, Michael Myers has the easiest job. The actor who plays Michael Myers has literally the easiest job. Imagine coming to work and getting paid to do absolutely nothing but walk around in a mask. You don't gotta talk. You just walk around just doing this all day. Sounds great. I feel like the music is what really makes this film good. I mean, this isn't the scariest film to ever been made, but there's just something we love about the music going along with this one masked killer who walks around with a knife, who can't be killed, and who's just going after this one lone babysitter. I mean, there's something about it that's just very homey or like regular that we just all love about this film, because anybody could be a masked killer walking around trying to kill someone, walking around with a mask on, walking around holding a knife. It could just be anybody. It could become so realistic. So as far as the visuals go, this movie was made in the 70s, so that has to be taken into account. Because this is a 70s film, the visuals were grainy and a lot of the camera angles were lowered in all the wrong places, higher in all the wrong places, low budget, and I kind of assumed that the director and the actors, a lot of the actors, was their first time acting, and the director, this was his first movie. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I assume that because of how this was made, but I also could be wrong because this is the times of the movie. But there would be some times where the camera would be like up top, over top of them, and I'd be like, they shouldn't have had the angle. They should have had it more facing so we can actually see them. Or they would try to make it scary and have it too low. Or there was a scene where they had the camera outside, like viewing the house, but it would like shake. So yeah, it could just be because this was the 70s, and you know, making movies is different than making now, and they're just learning as they go, and the director might have not made too many films before this one. There was a scene where I think she was like a nurse. The nurse was smoking cigarettes. I think there was something symbolic about the pack of cigarettes, because the guy, Samuel Loomis, who is Michael Myers' psychiatrist or something. Samuel Loomis looked at the pack of cigarettes and I was like, that's probably symbolic, but I just didn't figure it out. And there's a scene where he gets out the car, you know, to see what's going on. Because she's like, I don't know, did they let them just be out like this? And he gets out the car, and then somebody jumps on top of the car. She knows that somebody's on top of the car. And she rolls down the window. And I'm like, you want to get killed. Yeah, you do. You do. You want to get killed. And then she gets the car stolen. And I'm like, you asked for that, because why? So everyone knows you do not ever In every scary horror movie, you never have sex, okay? Because you know as soon as they have sex in the movie, they're going to die. That is just like the ultimate way to die. Because I guess like it's a sin, so the antagonist, the murderer, the killer, they're Satan in some way, and they're coming for you. They're coming to collect, and the collect is going to be on you, and you're going to die. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows in every movie, don't have sex in the movie because you know they're going to get killed. Or if you're watching it and they have sex, you know what's coming next for them. They're going to be killed. Speaking of sex scene, the scene with the two kids in the bedroom having sex was just like, pretty much damn near 7 seconds. And then after he you know, did his little whatever for 5 to 7 seconds, she hit him with the, oh my god, that was so amazing. And I'm like, really that was amazing? 5 to 7 seconds? Really? Don't lie. No, it wasn't. No way. The kid next to her, he puts on some shades. He puts on these little shades like he did something. And I'm like, I'm dead. Yeah, so like I said, the action sequences were a little low budget, but again, this is a 1978 film. What do you expect? Overall, I love this film. I recommend it. It's just something I just love. There's just something about a creepy psycho killer walking around in a mask and holding a knife that I love it. I love everything about it. This video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that notification bell to get notified for future videos. Which Halloween do you like the most? The first one, the second one, the third one, so on, so on, so on. Be sure before you go to get you a copy of my book, Rain, if you're interested. It is a self-published psychological thriller / horror sci-fi. It is about a group of young adults in a psych ward who live in there their entire lives. They get a counselor that's trying to help them, but he also has a secret motive. But as he's trying to help these kids, he's learning that they're not actually crazy. They have abilities, and it's not just mental illnesses, and that this place is haunting his mind and making him crazy now that he's staying there long enough. And learn that he has a connection to these kids, and that these kids are all connected to each other. Again, if you're interested, hit the link in the description box below. You can go to kaleidoscopearts.net. You can type it in on Google, or you can go to the link and paste and copy. reviews12@gmail.com so that I can attach you to my email list to get more information on how you can become a self-published writer, and we can discuss my book. I'll see you all next time.